Man, this floor, like, no matter what I do, no matter how much I clean it up, it still looks like garbage. And I know you guys have noticed when I've done these videos, you're thinking to yourself, man, that floor looks horrible. I agree with you, man. I'm ready to do something about it. So I'm walking around today and I'm thinking, man, what can I possibly do? You know, there's all kinds of options out there, some good, some not so good. And then all of a sudden I turn around and bam, there it is. Wow, you guys know what that is. Welcome back to the channel. It's Swisstrax, and I'll tell you what, it's gonna look great, it's gonna go down easy, and it's gonna tie this garage together. I've been promising you guys about bringing this thing up to top notch, and I feel like a garage cannot be top notch until you get this floor addressed. So without any delay, let's take a look at what we're gonna do today. All right, so let's dive in and take a look at this Swisstrax. Now there's two main competitors out there in this business, Swistrax, and there's another major brand out there. Both of them are really nice products. I'll leave links down in the description for both of them. I researched them all thoroughly. I couldn't find any real cons to either one. You know what? But the Swistrax, what I did like about them, and that's why I went with this model, they got this smooth version, man. It's super flat. Everything's gonna roll across it like butter. All of our dollies, all of our carts. The other version, including the Swisstrax, has ribs, and you know that can be back and forth. So you know, it just comes down to personal preference, shipping to your area, but either one of these brands are gonna be super awesome. Now I also went with the black and silver version. Man, I gotta say, my garage is all black, and we have this silver also. So we got the stainless steel, black toolboxes, gray walls. Man, this is gonna match killer. And I got a cool design I can't wait to show you guys too when I put it down. Now, I haven't installed this product before, but I have done a lot of tile over the years, and I got a general idea. This is snap and go, so it goes down really quick. But with any tile job or any type of modular flooring like this, it's really wise to lay a cross pattern, run the tile both ways, all the way across the garage, all the way the length of the garage too. Find out where you want your placement and save your cuts for last. That way you don't do a full install and then realize later, oh man, I got a little bit of a tile over here. We can move it around and take care of it. So, man, I'm telling you what, I'm excited, man. My days of standing on this dirty floor are almost over. And without any further delay, let's get this flooring down. Yeah. Man, why would you want Swisstrax smooth? I'll tell you why you want Swisstrax smooth, because everything has wheels on it, rolls around on this floor like butter. And I'll tell you what, that's huge. Now the other type of Ribtrax, you know, it has some ridges, so it's a little bit more, but it's still nice. I like it, but man, the smooth is super good, man. So anytime you're wheeling your bucket dollies around or your seat with the wheels on it, it's gonna give you a nice smooth roll. Let's talk about my design and how I came up with it. So I was sitting here editing one of my videos, and I'm looking at the floor underneath it, you know, as I'm doing the job, and I thought, man, that looks absolutely gnarly, man. That's disgusting. So I thought to myself, I gotta do something about it, man. If I'm gonna be doing videos in here, not only that, but I just want it to look good. It's a good experience out here. But man, if I'm gonna be showing people my garage, it better look decent. So I jumped on Swistrax website, went on their app, put the dimensions of my garage in, did my color layout. It was super easy. It gave me a nice layout and also all the different amounts of tiles that I would need to do the job. Then I jumped onto another website. I'll put links to how to get all this stuff down in the description below. And you guys can take a look at them if you want. That'd be awesome. But anyway, so I went on there and I put it all in the shopping cart, and I thought, man, it's way more affordable than I thought. Had I known that it was gonna be reasonably priced like that, I would have got it a long time ago. I thought, man, it's going to be crazy expensive. That stuff looks super good. It's going to be out of my league, but it wasn't, man. So you might want to check that out just for giggles to see if it fits your budget. You can end up with this in your garage too. All right, so that's kind of my thought with the with how I ended up with the Swisstrax, but let me talk you through my design. So I went with a 2 black tile wide border all the way around. My thought was, man, I got dirt bikes over here. They fit perfect. Everything is off the center area and they have a space defined for them. Over here, we got the air hose reels. That's all taken care of. And over here, compressor, toolboxes, all the way down to my pressure washer. And I'll tell you what, everything has a spot and it fits awesome and it all looks like it's where it's supposed to be. And I'll tell you what, man, being organized is a huge benefit. It looks better, it makes you feel better when you're out there working in your garage. So that was how I came up with my design. And I left the center open, and I'll tell you what, when I pulled a Tesla in, it fits perfect right in here to the edge of the block, right on the edge of that block. And man, it's just dynamite. It looks great in here. And I plan on sharing a lot of this with you in my future videos. You'll get to see some of this. So that's why I did the design I did. And let me know in the comments what you think, man. You digging the design? All right, so let's talk about some common questions that come up while we're talking about Swisstrax. So people think, man, you know what? Does it get dirty? And if it does, how do you clean it? Well, I can tell you right now, man, a quick wipe with a wet rag would clean up 99% of anything that's on the surface. And all the other stuff, it's designed to fall down in those cracks and it just builds up down there, which is great because you don't have any dirt buildup on the surface. But if and when it's time to clean it, it's super easy, man. You pull out your shop vac. I mean, I have my shop vac up here hooked to this hose reel, but any shop vac will do. And then you go ahead and vacuum it out. I put some typical garage style dirt and debris down on a workbench, and we'll put the tile on top of it and see if we can actually vacuum it up through the tile. So I'll take a few passes on it just to give it a fair chance to be able to vacuum it up. Wow, the bulk of that dirt came right up with little to no trouble, so that's good news. All right, so that came out super easy. Now let's talk about some other questions. What if water gets in there? We always, while I wash the cars out front, I bring them in here, they drip down through the floor. That's okay. This floor has a channeling system underneath that's designed for the water to run freely out from underneath of it. And if your garage is sloped right, then it'll go out the door. But be careful, if your garage is sloped in some awkward angle, it's just gonna run and pull up on the side of the wall, and we don't want that. That's not good. So be careful if you have a weird slope in your garage. So another thing that it does also is that the water just won't collect under there. It has air. I mean, air can get through it, through the grating underneath the channeling system, and it dries out. So you don't have to worry about it molding or stinking or anything like that. The next big question, what happens if I'm changing my oil and, oh, oops, there goes 2 quarts of oil down inside the flooring? It's super easy. We just take a paint can opening tool, which you can find at your local big box store, Home Depot or Ace or anything like that. Very affordable. We'll stick it into the corner of the tile here, right in the grating, finger through the ring and give it a yank, and there we go. We just reach underneath, wipe out anything that we want. Now let's say that we wanted to clean the tile. We could just pop the whole tile off very easily. And once we get it all wiped up and all awesome, right back down, and just snap it right back into place. It's that simple. Now that technique would also work if we dropped a small screw or bolt or nut or anything like that down under there and you're wondering how to get it out. Paint can opening tool, pop it, and it's out. Okay, so that was super easy to get that cleaned up. And we would use that same technique if we were to damage a tile somehow, some way, and we had to replace one. We would use that same technique, pop it up, put a new one down. Super easy to do. All right, let's talk about durability. So here's my thought on durability, and this is my personal opinion. Now on the website, they're gonna say that, man, you can put this stuff in anywhere, anytime, anyhow. But in my opinion, I think that this is residential, prosumer, or light garage. Now, if you're in a garage where you're yanking transmissions out of a pickup truck and slamming them down on the ground or anything like that, this is not your ticket, man. This is a nice looking floor. I mean, don't get me wrong. It can be in a detailing shop, you know, a pro level garage or something like that. But man, if you're gonna be extremely brutal on the floor, maybe this isn't the ticket. It's not gonna look good for long doing that. Now, another thing, you know, welding. I saw a guy on the internet welding down onto his floor and it was melting holes in it. You know, that's not a good idea. I mean, this is not a cheap floor and it's plastic, so welding's just gonna burn right to it. Another thing I thought it was pretty neat. I mean, it was funny. Guy drops it down in first gear in his truck and just does like a bark and burnout, just melts right through the floor. Now, is that a good representation of the quality of the floor? No. But, you know what? I don't think that it's made for doing burnouts. I would suggest pulling transmissions, doing welding, and do all your burnouts somewhere else, man, not on this floor. This thing looks sick. I don't want to mess it up. All right, so that's my thought on the durability. All right, so let's talk about the alternatives to Swisstrax. Now, one of the main reasons I picked the Swistrax flooring is because, man, you can go from having a terrible floor that's cracked, dirty, you know, within reason, and 10 days later, you can order it, it'll get shipped, and one long day of installation, if you're by yourself like me, I do all this stuff by myself, so it took me the better part of a day, and man, I got this whole floor done. Now, if I would have chose epoxy, I'll tell you what, epoxy, you have to empty out the entire garage. You need to prep the surface with acid etching or grinding or fix any crack, any imperfection whatsoever has got to be fixed. Then the epoxy has to be laid down. It can take, you know, a certain amount of time to cure. Not only that, but if it's not done perfectly, you pull your car in and you end up with puckering on the epoxy. I have several friends that have epoxy and, you know, they all look dynamite, but it does come with its problems also. So you got to be careful with epoxy. Now, just general tile, we all know tile's expensive, man. It's a pain to lay. You're going to have to hire people to do it or have special skills or tools. And again, you're going to have everything out in front of the garage with a tarp on it for days, hoping it doesn't rain all over your stuff while all this is going on. Now, when I installed the Swisstrax, man, it was simply move things out of the way, lay the tiles, move things right back. I never had to have anything out front, you know, getting damaged in the weather. So that's a huge benefit for the installation. All right, so that's my full installation experience of my Swistrax Smooth. I'll tell you what, it went flawlessly. I didn't have any problems, and I think it looks great. If you guys have any questions about anything I did, leave it down in the comments. I'll try to help you out the best I can. Also, I'll leave links in the descriptions if you want to purchase any of this stuff. You know, it helps the channel out and we appreciate that. And also, I'd love to help you along the process. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. And that subscribe button, man, it's always right there. If you want to hit it and join the team, that'd be awesome. We love all of our subscribers and we got a lot of good content coming. I can't wait to share it with you guys. And I'll tell you what, man, man, this floor looks sick. I like it a lot. We'll see you on the next one. Yeah.